(1995) is the centennial year for the Tampa Fire Department. To celebrate this century of service, the Fire Department will be hosting many events throughout the year. The Firefighter Combat Challenge and Fire Rescue Expo 95 that were held at the Tampa Convention Center in January were the kickoff events for the centennial celebration. The Firefighter Combat Challenge that you're watching here was developed by ARA Human Factors to showcase physical fitness inside and outside the fire service. The challenge is about people doing their job safer and better. The challenge is a competition based on the combat test. The combat tests are firefighting tasks commonly performed in emergency situations. It was designed to give fire departments a valid method of identifying and improving the fitness levels of firefighters. The challenge, as a competition, is very demanding, and participants perform at the level of elite athletes. 5-person teams compete individually against the clock, wearing their own NFPA-approved structural turnout gear. The gear you see the firefighter wearing includes a helmet, coat and pants with a liner in them, boots, and gloves. They're also wearing a breathing apparatus. At the beautiful Tampa Convention Center, a 4-story temporary drill tower had to be erected for the competition. The challenge has 5 parts called tasks. These tasks are timed and completed sequentially. The course and time start on command of the course marshal, and the clock does not stop until all 5 evolutions have ended. Before we look at each one of the tasks individually, we wanted to ask a couple of the competitors what they thought about the job relevance of this competition and why they were competing in this type of event. We're here at the regional finals of the Firefighter Challenge here at the Tampa Convention Center. I'm with driver engineer Chris Green of the Tampa Fire Department. Chris is one of the top contenders for the Tampa Fire Department team. Chris, what got you interested in competing in this event?
Well, I've always wanted to compete in something like this, and working out, drilling, getting in good shape, and the Combat Challenge came about a couple months prior to this, and I just started working out, running stairs, and I tried out for the team, and I made it.
Do you think this type of stuff is job related?
Oh, absolutely. Something like this is just something you could do every day on the job. It's just every day. Just all these things that you do, you could very well do it every day.
What type of time are you looking to do this in today?
I hope to get somewhere around the 2:10 to 2:15 range today. Hopefully maybe a little faster.
Thank you very much. Any other comments?
No, I just hope our fire department does good, and we're going to make it to the Nationals.
Good luck to you, Chris.
Thank you.
As Chris Green mentioned, the event at the Tampa Convention Center was only a regional competition. Some 40 fire department teams from throughout the Southeast participated in this event. Only the top 3 teams from each region will go on to compete in the Nationals later this year. Now let's take a moment and look at each of the 5 tasks that compose the Firefighter Combat Challenge. Task 1 is the stair climb. In this evolution, the firefighter carries 2 50-foot sections of 1.5-inch diameter hose. This hose weighs about 50 pounds. He has to carry this hose to the 5th floor of the drill tower. This task simulates carrying hose up the stairwell of a high-rise building. Once at the 5th floor of this high-rise drill tower, he drops the hose and goes on to task 2, called the hose hoist. Using a hand-over-hand motion, pulling on a 5/8-inch rope, the firefighter pulls up what's called a donut roll of hose. This hose weighs about 45 pounds. Once he pulls the hose to the top, he pulls it up over the rail and drops it on the floor. This evolution simulates pulling a hose up via rope, once again in a high-rise type structure, trying this another way of getting the hose to the upper floors of a tall building. Once he's done at task 2, it's down the stairs and on to task number 3, called the forcible entry. Using a mallet and a machine called the Kaiser Force Machine, The firefighter drives a 165-pound I-beam 5 feet. This task is complete when the end of the I-beam crosses the 5-foot line. From there, he moves over to task number 4, the hose advance. The firefighter walks a distance of about 140 feet, picks up a nozzle that's attached to a charged 1 3/4 hose line, drags that hose and the nozzle 75 feet, opens the nozzle, hits a target, and then moves on to task number 5, the victim rescue. In task number 5, the firefighter has to drag a 175-pound mannequin 100 feet and across the finish line. We'll let firefighter Jace Cohan, a competitor in today's events, describe this last leg of the firefighter challenge.
Those mannequins are weighing at 175 pounds and you're dragging them for a distance of 100 feet.
Now this is like the last part. It seems like as they reach that mannequin, they're really slowing down. They start off fast here. What's it feel like as you're reaching that last point, the mannequin?
Very much so. They're slowing down very much. After climbing all these stairs and dragging that hose and pounding that sled, you're completely wore out. And within the 3 minutes that you do it. So it takes everything you have, and it takes a lot out of you. By the time you get to the mannequin, you're wore out.
What type of training did you do to get ready for this?
A lot of weight training. I did a lot of running, and running stairs has helped me the most, I think. So.
Very good. I also know, I've noticed you've had your little support around here. I don't see him here today. What type of support have you been getting from your family and your kids and stuff?
Oh, I have him here today. I have him right here. This is my official timer, Matthew.
What do you think about your dad running in this thing today?
I like it.
Well, you've been watching him. Is he going to be able to do better than most of these guys here?
Yeah.
Good deal. Jace, Matthew, thank you very much for coming along today.
To keep the firefighter challenge working properly, it takes quite a bit of support staff.
As the firefighter challenge goes on behind us, we're standing here with Captain Tom Ford of the Tampa Fire Department. Captain Ford has been working with the volunteers who are setting up this course and taking it back down. I understand, Captain Ford, that the people in the red shirts are actually volunteers?
That's correct, and they're basically set up at each station to assist with the official moving of the different obstacles and different things back and forth to the positions and making it ready for the next contestants as they come up.
About how many people do you believe we need to run this course here today?
Well, basically, we're looking at probably easily 20 to make this thing, to keep the timeliness and have them ready as soon as the other contestants finish their operation.
It's a pretty involved course, so what you're saying is that as soon as one contestant's done in about 3 minutes, the course is reset because the next person's ready to go.
That's correct. That's correct, and it takes teamwork from every one of these volunteers that you see out here today, and they're doing a tremendous job to make sure that everything is set and ready to move as soon as the next contestant comes up and as soon as the contestants that are going through hit the finish line.
We're here at the Firefighter Challenge with Abby Benowitz. Abby, give us an idea what the job is, the people with the striped shirts on.
Okay, I'm a timer. My job is to get everything organized for the contestant, put him over there, tell him some instructions, set it to my stopwatch, cheerlead him down the course, guide him so that he doesn't make any wrong turns or any wrong moves. Myself and some of the other people do that when he gets done, and we let him go on his way. But that's pretty much what we do.
We're here in the medical rehab area with paramedic Gail Boyd. Paramedic Boyd, is the participants have been coming to the end of the event. You've been treating them. What type of things have you been seeing? Have you seen any injuries or just exhaustion?
Exhaustion, pure exhaustion. These guys have given it their all. The guys, the gals, everybody. Our family members are working really hard out there today, folks.
What are you doing to help them recover from this event?
Get them out of their bunker gear, try and cool them off, rehydrate with fluids, water, Gatorade, take a blood pressure, monitor their pulse rate, make sure that they're not exceeding their limits for their age.
And just how does it feel to complete this course? We talked to 2 Tampa Fire Department competitors, firefighter Jeff Regal and Captain Carl Wolf.
Gentlemen, you look pretty tired. How do you feel, Captain Wolf?
Great that we finished the course and did a reasonably good time. You know, I just feel good being part of the whole event and getting the thing done. The waiting was the worst part. Doing it was just a matter of doing it. So it's been a good experience.
Jeff, we had a little rain delay this morning. Do you think that the rain helped or hurt us?
Well, I don't really think it made a whole lot of difference. I think we put in enough training to work it either way.
Very good. Congratulations, guys, for finishing the course, and hopefully you'll turn in some good times and we'll take some place.
Thank you.
Hope these other team guys do good.
They will do well.
In addition to competing for team times, firefighters also compete in 4 individual categories: Best Male, Best Female, Best Over Age 40, and Best Over Age 50. The top 3 times in the individual and team categories will go on to compete in the national finals of the Firefighter Challenge. ARA Human Factors, the group that conducts the Firefighter Challenge, estimates that over 2,400 firefighters competed in 14 regional competitions in the United States and Canada last year. For the past 3 years, the national finals have been conducted in St. Louis. In January of 1996, Tampa will be the host to the Nationals of the Firefighter Challenge at the Tampa Convention Center in downtown Tampa. The national finals this year will truly have an international flavor to them, as teams not only from Canada, but also Australia are slated to compete. The 1995 regional competition was Tampa Fire Department's first year of competition in the Firefighter Challenge. The teams did a good job, but did not place high enough to go on to the Nationals. As an individual, driver-engineer Chris Green did place high enough in the over age 40 category to go on to compete in the Nationals. All of us on the Tampa Fire Department wish him luck as he prepares to meet the Firefighter Challenge. As the cheers died away, the losers clutched their memories and the winners savored their spoils, and the 1995 Regional Firefighter Combat Challenge was history. But this was not the only event to kick off the centennial year of the Tampa Fire Department. Florida Fire Rescue Expo 95 opened its doors in January also. About 2,500 people passed through the convention center's doors to attend the largest fire expo in the Southeast. Hosted by the Florida Fire Chiefs Association, the expo occurred in conjunction with educational sessions about legal issues, labor management relations, combination issues, a disaster plan and action, and violence in the workplace. There were also meetings for public information officers, and several keynote speakers spoke about issues current to the fire service. But we should note here that the Florida Fire Rescue Expo was not just for the fire service professional. The public was invited to come down and look at the fire department displays. Hillsborough County Fire Department brought in their fire safety trailer.
With me is Mike Shuga of Hillsborough County Fire Department. We're standing in front of the County Fire Department's safety house. Mike, I understand that this safety house was funded by private donations and stuff. How'd the idea come around to put this house together?
Well, the idea of a fire safety house is certainly nothing new. They've been around for 10 to 15 years, and in fact, Pinellas Park was one of the first ones locally to get something going. We kind of took the idea and expanded upon it, and when I first came into the public education office, I was told, you know what, it'd be a good idea to have a fire safety house, but we have no money. So I went out and saw donations from corporations, and we were able to raise a little over $27,000 from private corporations to fund the safety house.
If somebody, a civic group or a school, wanted this to be at their school, how could they arrange for this to come over?
Okay, that is the main program that we do is different schools. So if you're one of the schools would like to have this program, all you have to do is call us at 744-5541. That's the fire marshal's office, and just leave a message for Mike, and I'll get back with them. And what we usually do with the schools, we try to be there 3 days, a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and our primary target groups are 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade.
The centerpiece of Fire Rescue Expo 95 was the Tampa Fire Department Centennial Display. At the Tampa Fire Department Centennial Display, there was a restored 1925 fire truck, a dragster put together by one of the retired firefighters, a talking fire truck, and also for sale there were centennial souvenirs such as t-shirts, belt buckles, and jackets. Also on display was the Fire Department Parade Float. We talked to Chief Tony Zemak about the parade float.
Actually started off as an old mobile home, and we had to strip it down to the frame and then from there build up. It was a very enjoyable, worthwhile endeavor.
Where did the idea for the different sections here come from? Was that a group thing, or was that just somebody working on his own, or what was going on there?
Actually, in all modesty, I'll take responsibility for the overall idea of it. Naturally, it was enhanced with the ideas of the other people to really get it to work. the way we have.
So tell us what we're looking at here with the different sections. Give us an idea what we have.
There's basically two themes to this. One is basically 3 scenarios or 3 scenes that we would normally respond to. There's an extrication scene where you would need to get somebody out of a car. The scene shows the equipment and some of the procedures we would use. The next scene is a hazardous materials scene, as you can tell by the drums. And the last one is a firefighting scene. That's one theme, just to let people know what we do. The other part of the theme is to also let people know how diversified we are as a fire department. We not only just fight fire, but we do a gamut of other things, as the signs around the float will depict. And in the parades, these people will be dressed accordingly to the function that they represent, and we hope that people would realize that we're doing a lot more to serve them today than we have in the past.
Both the Fire Rescue Expo and the Firefighter Challenge will return to the Tampa Convention Center the first weekend in January 1996. As always, the public is invited to attend, and we hope to see you there.